Hey family, how are you guys doing today? I hope you had a beautiful day. And know that if you can't show up for yourself, you can't show up for nobody, okay? We're gonna get right into this energy, okay? I can already tell by the cards that I was chose to use that this is gonna be very miraculous, or speak to somebody who experienced a lot of miracles, whether this is something that you're able to realize or not. Someone who is embodying the energy of miracle, where little things, little gifts, little nuggets, okay, are being dropped in your life and they're serving some sort of purpose. Okay, I can tell that this is going to be a very cosmic, outer worldly experience. Okay, these are wings, angel wings. All right, angels are miraculous. It's something we believe that is true. All right, we usually associate angels with wings, is what I'm trying to say. Now, they're all walking angels. You may be a earthly angel, okay, a human angel. That could be significant. That's so funny because I keep channeling this angel energy, okay? Someone's name could be Angel. I channeled this the other day in a reading. Angel, Angela. I'm here, angelic. There's a lot of energy around some sort of guardian. Okay, you could be a guardian as well. All right, the ancestors have been pulling on me a lot lately. I need to go ahead and do that read. What do I want to start with? Okay, let's get right into it. Self-awareness has been stalking me. Somebody is definitely moving into a period of being self-aware of this needs or this energy, or just taking accountability for your own actions could be significant. Okay. Ooh, what is this? It says flying. I heard flying high. Okay. I'm hearing jet ski. All right. I also noticed that there are mountains in this video. What? Someone could be on top of a mountain. I don't know. Taking some type of content or something about mountains in a video. All right. Maybe this is some type of effect or additive that you're putting in your video. You could do content creation, or I'm getting like editing. Okay, it says follow your dreams and transcend self-imposed limitations. That's so synchronistic with dreams at the bottom of the deck. This is giving me star energy, but this is reminding me of you being in the sky, and this is the star because the sun is there, and the sun is also here in this card. Growth. You're going through a period of growth, bruh. Okay, something that I forgot to mention in a previous vid. The first card came out was mountain, and I heard Mount Rushmore, but I was seeing it was a face on the mountain. So that could be significant. Something about giants. All right, going way back in time. Okay, giant trees is what I get. This is also reminding me of the dome, a dome. Okay, The Simpsons. Okay, I'm also hearing the Simpsons movie could be significant. Follow your dreams and transcend self-imposed limits. And I was just talking about you taking accountability for your actions. These could even be taking accountability for your dreams. All right, this don't always have to be taking accountability for something that is categorized as bad. Okay, taking accountability for what you came here, your purpose. All right, wisdom at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I definitely am speaking to somebody who's very intelligent. Okay, first of all, I want to take a pause and say shout out to the sponsors of this video, Psychic Source. Yes, you heard that right. Psychic Source. Many people turn to spiritual practices to feel supported, guided, and connected when life feels uncertain. With Psychic Source, you can receive intuitive one-on-one guidance that helps you understand the energy around you and navigate your path with a deeper sense of meaning and trust. Speaking of trust, as a woman who is very protective of my energy, the thought of choosing a trusted psychic is a bit overwhelming for me. But that's where Psychic Source came through for you, girl, okay? Recently, I took a leap of faith and I said, you know what? I'm leaving this 9-to-5 and I'm going to start me a business of my own. I just can't. Okay, which was really nerve-wracking for me. My intuition felt especially strong toward getting a spiritual advisor. Then I remembered a friend of mine mentioning how she had such a great experience using Psychic Source. So I said, hey, Why not give them a try? You know what I'm saying? What extended my comfort was knowing that Psychic Source has been trusted for over 35 years, giving you decades of experience to rely on when you need a little support. You know what I'm saying? It's a safe, judgment-free space where you can ask anything that you need. And most of all, I just love the fact that not just anyone could be an advisor with Psychic Source. They have super high standards, and only about 2% of their applicants actually make it through the vetting process. Listen, I had such a pleasure working with a gifted advisor by the name of Nina. Baby, when I tell you she delivered, okay, 5 stars any day, every day. She was so sweet, precise, and straight to the point, wasting none of my time, which I love. To add, she answered all my questions very thoroughly, providing hidden details and even added extra advice that I didn't know I needed. I left our session feeling confident, refreshed, and ready to embrace my new life. She was amazing, like, hands down. Okay. Using either the QR code that you may have seen on the screen that you might be looking at right now, okay, a link in my description box is going to be the first link, or the link pinned in the comments. You can get up to 40 minutes under $20, and you don't even got to use all your minutes, baby. You can split your minutes up. Try out a few different advisors until you find somebody that you'll return to whenever life feels uncertain for you. What you waiting for? Go ahead and get started, okay? Click the link, click the link, click the link. Okay, I promise you, you will not regret it. But let's get right into this, all right? You got balance. Okay, I seen balance. I'm seeing Libra. I'm seeing the court card as well. Legal matters could be significant to someone. It says, keep pursuing your innermost dreams and ideals. Follow your dreams, okay? Pursue those dreams, all right? Create dreams from living those dreams, okay? Creating experiences from living the experiences that you were imagining. Like, I'm literally seeing somebody I'm here in Cancun or vacationing somewhere, and you're creating a miracle, you're creating another reality, or it's just this energy of creation, okay? While in something that you previously created, or in a place where you used to exist only in your mind, and now you're there physically. And it's giving like being on a beach or something, imagining being somewhere else, okay? That's what this is giving. All right, wisdom with growth. Trees could be significant. I'm also hearing rooted, so this could be something about your DNA or your family lineage could be significant. I just heard Merkaba. I'm also seeing an Ouroboros, okay? And then I just saw the chakras light up or be lit, okay? Something about an advisor, advisory, advising, okay? I just heard for the frisky. Okay, so somebody could be giving you something that is like free, and you like, hold on, what's the catch? All right, that's what I'm getting. All right, something about limbs here, arms, legs could be significant. Tats, sleeves. All right, trust. Establish trust in yourself and in others. So this is reminding me of when I was trying to figure out what trust really means. And back to taking accountability for yourself. What role did I play? How did I get to this point of not trusting someone this much when they already showed me the red flags, okay? So it was a matter of me learning how to trust my own judgment. And that's what helped me not have trust issues. It's not the matter of trusting that I have an issue with, okay? But learning when to, okay? And I keep saying me, but I'm talking to all of us, all right? I definitely feel like somebody's going through some sort of change. You got flying dreams, growth, and trust. Trust that your dreams will come true. Trust the effort that you put in for them to come true. And I'm not just talking about wishing and praying and hoping. I'm talking about actually putting in the work, All right, not looking at something like it's far away from you, but learning how to embody the frequency of what that is that you're looking at a distance, because it's never that far. All right, this is somebody putting themselves in a state in which that they don't usually exist, by creating something for them to be able to fly like a bird, because the bird is equipped with these mechanisms to be at a certain point in the sky. You are not. We have to use tools, okay? But our brain power, invention, allow us to be able to experience things from a different perspective because of our ability to mimic what's already naturally there, okay? I'm hearing you are the star. I just heard inherited gifts. It's time for you to anchor yourself in your own trust. Time for you to anchor yourself in this period, or I was going to say period of growth, but I'm getting it's already there. Accept it. All right. Give yourself some grace, or this is like you're not giving yourself enough. You're not patting yourself on the back enough. You're not hugging yourself enough. You're not telling yourself how much you appreciate yourself enough. Because you done been through something, bruh. You done been through it. Excuse me. All right? Resilience is your source of strength in challenges. Okay, you kept going. Because you knew. And guess what? Something is sprouting out of that keep going. All right, I saw 8:58 on the clock when I said that. Be grateful for you. It's not about what you got outside of you. I also noticed that this person is in nature by water. With nature. Okay, and because they're loving whatever this is that they're experiencing, that's natural. It's beaming outside of them, and that's what's creating the illusion of a heart. Because you know when you outside, ain't no heart just gonna form out of nowhere in midair. But I just get that you're exuding love, all right, because you're in a space where you feel loved. And it's not about nobody else. It's about you and how you feel about you, how you feel about your art, how you feel about where you are. Life is about you. And if you watch my videos, you already know. And if you knew and you get tired of hearing about yourself and how great you are, this ain't the channel for you. Okay, I just want to stress that. All right, it says be grateful for every moment. Keep a heart of gratitude. All right. Let's see what these cards got to say. All right, I think this is probably like the third or fourth reading that I'm doing today. Okay. Something about today could be significant. I'm being led to say that. What's today's date? The 15th, March 15th. Happy birthday if it's your birthday. Okay. There's something about collaboration that's coming up for you. This could be with other people. I'm seeing 3 people here. Okay. Something about you guys bringing your minds together. And this looks like some sort of spiritual alignment with whatever this is. And because what? All right, plus the reflection of it twice. Yeah, this is giving alignment. It says collaboration achieves greater goals. This is also reminding you that you didn't come in this world by yourself. I mean, you came through the portal, your mother's portal, by yourself. But if you were meant to exist alone, then there wouldn't be millions of people around you. Okay, be open to help. Don't allow past trust issues or past situations limit you from this portal being open for you. Okay, and I was gonna say door, but I noticed that all of these cards, the image inside some sort of void or circle, okay, or something. Okay, and this is also forming a heart, which is bringing me back to this love. And it says embrace change with compassion. Okay, because once you do that, there's other discoveries yet to be uncovered. Okay, so this is like tapping into some sort of unlimited potential or unlimited power that you didn't know you had. Okay, or you knew you had, but you didn't know how deep it get. You didn't know how deep the roots go, is what I just heard. All right, something about your family lineage and going back to look up the lineage. I'm seeing ancestry. Or you know how when you send off your DNA and they send back this information, there could have been something that you discovered in these files, is what I just heard. Someone could also be an investigator. Okay, somebody could also be looking for their birth parents. All right, I just heard you're gonna find them. Keep going. Trust, you're being led. All right, something about a collaboration. This is given like you meet somebody, and through this friend, this whole time, you and your long lost sister or brother or cousin or family member, you've been so closely in proximity with it, or they become a friend of a friend. That's what I keep getting. But y'all in the same room, so it's like mutual friends coming together, meeting each other, partnership with this tree, with family, bringing you together with this ethereal cosmic experience. Being in the sky, it's like alignment, cosmic alignment. Okay, if this is not you looking like you're not adopted or anything like that, you finding your birth parents, this is like finding who you are through your mother energy, through your father energy, or your ability to have to be as the oldest child, the most responsible one. Okay? Looking for your... something about the original. Where do I come from? This is like discovering or channeling some outer worldly experience or this message. Okay, somebody here could even had a dream that they were being reconstructed by some alien-like beings that were communicating with you, but not via English, through telepathy. Okay, fixing something in you. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is this a channel? You know what? Let's just move on. Okay, that's crazy, because in the middle of that, I'm trying to figure out whether it's a channel message or it was this thing of I remember, but I'm confused, trying to figure something out. Okay, and I feel like that's how you reacted to this dream. Okay, and these things, these beings that were working on you, were a part of where you used to exist. It's almost as if they know that you were sent here for something. This is also reminding me of somebody flying or being birthed through the root canal to earth. Okay, you go from in the sky, you go from a ball of energy, from consciousness, and now your soul or your ball of energy is encapsulated in a body because you serve some sort of otherworldly, outer worldly purpose. Okay, I feel like I'm speaking to somebody that is meant to be seen. You always got attention, okay? And sometimes it didn't feel like the best attention, but you were always somehow in the middle of something. Okay, I'm hearing attractive. You could definitely be very attractive. Somebody's name could be Hope, all right? And then you got self. And then I noticed that they say extinguish, self-extinguish. You are your own. Once you have power over your mind and what you tell yourself, what you allow yourself to experience, how you see things, you've unlocked the superpower. Okay, it's not easy unlearning everything that you thought was true, because your body had to fall in place. It's one thing you telling your mind, but those cells that used to work one way has to now reformulate, reconfigure, and work another way. And they're willing, they're not used to it. Sometimes your body and your mind want to fight itself, but it's still itself, if you get what I'm saying. So when it says self-extinguish, it's like, what are you telling yourself? Are you putting your own fire out? Are you telling yourself that you can achieve something before you even do it because you're afraid of what somebody else gonna think? Or you're afraid that it just may not work out the way you want it to work? Or you have a goal and you're fixed on that goal, but it's meant to work out differently, and it's working out based off your energetic frequency. So if you give desperate, You put yourself in desperate measures. You put yourself in desperate situations. The universe responds to your frequency. The universe is frequency. So you can only tap into the frequency that you're exuding. When you fine tune or change that frequency, even just a little bit, you feel the difference. You feel the fight. Okay? It's like when your body is purging from a sickness. You're going to feel worse before you feel better because it's in fight mode. All right, it's reconfiguring. Somebody here could even be glitching. All right, it is the retrograde. And I noticed yesterday's message and the day before yesterday, my mouth was just doing whatever it is. Today, I haven't really been having any communication issues. So I'm definitely getting like a switch in frequency. Okay, or I didn't realize that I was having any. I probably just fought through them. Okay, so that's even a message in itself. You got cosmic energy. Point blank, period. Something about the red moon or a red planet or the red chakra. Foundation. Okay, discovery came back out, baby. I definitely feel like you're going to discover something through a collaboration with somebody. Or you're going to discover a part of yourself through some sort of collaboration. Okay, this is also reminding me of that thing that I told y'all I channeled one time. All right, and like I said, I've done 4 messages today, so I'm probably gonna repeat something. All right, but I'm getting it again, where the sun is circling the earth, and I seen the sun as, like, you know how we say our higher self, okay, our soul, and how it's also within our atmosphere. Now I'm seeing this totally different, but still the same message is in our atmosphere. We say that it's in our body, right? In us, but it's a piece of the sun, percentage of the sun. I seen the sun circling the earth instead of the earth circling the sun, as if the sun belongs to this specific floating rock. Okay, instead of me getting all, you know what I'm saying, looking for that word, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Okay, I'm hearing life's supposed to be as simple as possible. Okay, feathers could be significant for someone. I keep seeing feathers. Okay, light is supposed to be as simple and as light as possible. Your light body is what I was talking about. What if Earth's light body was the sun, was that light? Because the sun is what gives everything life. All right, it gives nature life. Without the sun, everything would die, including you. The food wouldn't grow. All right, and our soul is what gives our meat suit, this physical, just like the earth, life. And what if the sun is a physical experience, not even a sight? All right, because we see the sun. All right, but what if it's a physical, what if it's a spiritual? Because we don't necessarily see our souls, but we see the sun. And if I'm playing in that theory that the sun is the soul of earth, okay, because it's still in our atmosphere, it's inside of this body. Y'all listen, I'm going down the rabbit hole. All right, I ain't gonna keep y'all much longer, okay? Oh no, tell me y'all what y'all think in the description, okay? Tell me what you think in the description. I mean, in the in the comments. All right. I just want to say how I love and appreciate. There we go. As I just was bragging how I wasn't having no communication issues. Anyways, I also feel like that was a message in itself. Be mindful what you tell people, because as soon as it get good and you go to talking about it, that's when all of the stagnant, like when you tell the wrong people, it start causing stagnant energy. And then you go to picking up on projections, thinking about things that came out the woodwork that you weren't even thinking about, type shit, because somebody else said something. Okay, we're gonna move forward because I'm gonna go. All right, and you got compassion. Be yourself and do you with love, through love. The best way to feel that somebody else loves you is to embody that feeling, because then you will recognize it. There's somebody here that is struggling with feeling like you're not loved, or looking for a companion, or it's like this dire need, or this need, or you just feel like you can't wait. Okay? I used to feel like that. I felt like I was supposed to go through life and I had to have a partner. And I didn't even realize that it was just me looking for love in whatever place that I felt like I could find it. Whether it was through people, through substances, through sex, through eating. Okay? Somebody's going to relate to that. I was just looking for love. I was just looking for comfort. But once I figured out that I can give that to myself, and I didn't need all of that extra stuff. Once I figured out that the love that I wanted to force on people was a love that I also deserved, I started using that, what I thought at the time was the purest form of love, and turned it toward me. And then I realized that I was loving them from a broken place, so it wasn't even it at its purest form. Then when I started embodying that frequency, when I opened myself up to that frequency, it started healing different places in my life. And I'm telling y'all this because maybe you just need an example, or you need something like, yeah, you need that example. Or I don't know why I'm hearing story time. Somebody could have a content creation and you do story times, or Spirit is saying that you should because you've been through a lot of miraculous things in your life. Okay, we started out talking about miracles, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and you being a miracle. Or was that the last read? I don't know. But baby, you a miracle, okay? Hopefully it was this read and it's all tying together. I'm getting everything is tying together. All right? But when you start giving yourself that thing that you're looking for, I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't know what that means, and it's different from self-care. But I learned by figuring out what I do and don't like through these partners. Okay? This is not something that, this feeling it don't feel like love. It feel like pain. It feel like stress. And I disassociated myself. I didn't know that was me loving myself. Okay? I just start looking at the things that I know I don't like. And it just transformed into who I am today. The sponsors of this video, you know what I'm saying, is somebody could say, you know what I'm saying, because I don't never say that. Or maybe I ain't never caught myself saying that. All right, somebody here could also be catching themselves thinking and saying things that they don't usually do. And it feels good because it's coming from a place of growth. Okay? I'm here anchored in love. But what I was going to say is, if you have any questions regarding that emptiness and looking for love, find you an advisor, baby. Go to Psychic Source. I would just say that Psychic Source is a great avenue. Okay, and right now, you know, you heard they having a little sale if you book through my link, where you're able to get all 40 minutes for less than $20. Okay, and get the answers you need. You don't necessarily have to use all your time in one place. Just split your time up. But I would take advantage of that. Take advantage of speaking to someone, anybody that you trust. Okay? So that way you can find that anchor until you're able to trust yourself. All right? And what I mean, I'm going to give one more example and then I'm out. Okay? It's like this: when you get this download or you get something pop up, and the first thing you do is you want to ask your friend because you just need somebody else's opinion, or you want to ask somebody else because you just need somebody else's validation. At some point, you ain't gonna need that no more. That's the type of journey you on right now. I feel like I'm just going on a tangent. I don't know why I feel all off topic, but I feel like it's all coming together because this uneasy feeling is that feeling you get when you are allowing your DNA to transform. You're allowing yourself to shape shift into your becoming. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. If y'all made it to the end of this video, let's see what we gonna put in the comments. We talk about transformation in DNA, so let's put a DNA strand in the comments, okay? But yeah, I appreciate y'all so much. Make sure you look in the comment section in the description box for whatever it is that you need pertaining this video and this experience. Okay, I love you guys. I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.